At day 16, we go back to classic movie territory with the Dutch mystery thriller with psychological horror elements Spoorloos from 1988. It's directed by George Sluizer, who based his film on the book Het Gouden Ei, The Golden Egg, by Tim Krabbe. It was later remade in 1993 for the US market called The Vanishing, but I strongly suggest you ignore the remake as the director was forced to remove the bleaker, depressing moments in the film with a more suitably happier tone, which actually lessens the point and the great impact the original movie had. It's also with known actors like Kiefer Sutherland, Sandra Bullock and Jeff Bridges, so that also affects the realism too much. I can't stress this more. Watch the original and only watch the remake afterwards, out of curiosity and to see what they messed up by changing too much. Spoorloos is about a couple on a holiday trip to France who stop for a break at a French gas station. The girl goes out to the shop to get a few drinks, but she never returns. We don't actually see what happens, we switch to the perspective of the guy who retraces every step and is asking people if they have seen anything. The feeling of hopelessness we get from these scenes mirror real life and gives a good impression how being in such a situation must feel. The scenes before her disappearance also have a great deal of foreshadowing in a tunnel where she's left behind when he's out to get some gas for the car. She also talks about a dream she had, which gives the film a slight precognitive, supernatural vibe, especially when you think about it after you've seen the whole movie. Anyway, we switch perspective a few times in the film from the guy to the perpetrator before he abducted the girl, where we see that he is a family man and that he is the ideal husband. He has a double life in which he practices luring women into his car. 3 years pass and the guy with the missing girl is still looking for her. He is getting postcards from the perpetrator to keep him going and obsessed. This is the start of a cat and mouse game where he eventually gets the chance to learn what really happened. And oh my, it's psychologically tense and bleak as hell. Only thinking about it now is giving me goosebumps. This all might give the indication that it's a violent and gory film, which is absolutely not the case. In fact, there is little to no violence at all. The strength lies in the psychology of hopelessness, the visual cues and the raw realism of the situation that happens in real life on a daily basis. It's very slow-paced, certainly not an action film, and it's meticulous in every composition as it shows you more than what it really tells you. This may sound really pretentious, but it's pure great craftsmanship in the best Alfred Hitchcock tradition, which should be seen by anybody who loves to see a great film, and not only by horror or thriller fans. So for my final thoughts, if you love great movies in general, then I strongly advise you to see this film, as for a movie from 1988, it's really striking, powerful and thought-provoking. This has just become my most favorite Dutch film of all time. See you next time.